SP is an extrovert, and I feel abandoned and don't like him being around people. This creates resentment, and I feel hurt. I feel worthless and unworthy. Jesus H. Christ Christmas, sunshine everywhere. If your SP is around other people, this makes you feel hurt, worthless, and unworthy. There's a bit to unpack here. That's pretty extreme, my friend. But you attaching your worthiness to who he's speaking to is like you saying, all my power as source, I'm going to take it out of my so-called consciousness, like I'm pretending, or I'm taking it out, I'm putting it on a pretty silver platter like this, and I'm saying, here you go, SP, here you go. You can run my life. You can decide how I feel. And that is the exact fucking opposite of what we want to do. That's like taking all your energy and saying, here you go, SP, you control me. I'll be your lapdog little puppet. You get to decide how I feel about myself, SP. Holy balls. Abso-fucking-lutely never. Okay? So we got to stop calling your SP an extrovert. Immediately. Why does him talking to others make you so upset? You are attaching another meaning to it. And I'm sorry, I know I'm sounding all sorts of sassy on your ass right now, but I really want to snap, crackle, pop your ass. I want to help you immediately. You're giving it a bigger meaning. Beyond the, I feel worthless and unworthy. I feel hurt. I feel resentment. This sounds more like, to me, when he is with other people, he abandons me. He doesn't choose me. That must mean he doesn't love me the way I love him. This is who he is. He willfully chooses to not be with me, to do things that he knows I don't like that he does. Story, 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 entanglement, 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 meaning, 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 meaning. And all of them. Think of every word I just said was like a line, like an octopus leg, all stretched out to SP. But all of it was a decision, and it was all coming from you the whole time. Your specific person had no option but to be that version of himself. So that unworthiness, that worthlessness, the fact that he's an extrovert holding such meaning for you, that didn't start with your SP. See what I mean? That started long before SP. If you want things to change with your specific person, then I highly, highly suggest you take a long, hard look at who have I been walking around from moment to moment to moment believing I am. When I wake up in the morning, when I come back into consciousness, into the physical body, who am I? I used to be the person that would decide who I am or decide what identity I'm, filtering life through today based on how SP was showing up. That used to be me. If he's acting like a twat today, that means that is who I am. That's not living consciously. That's living like our old self. That's living like before I knew I was manifesting all the time. Life. We're looking out to the 3D and judging what the 3D looks like and then deciding from there. Living consciously, conscious manifestation is making the decision despite what we see out here. Because out here is just reflection. It's a sense of confirmation to the stories we already believe about ourselves. Your source. So how you finish that sentence, I am this, or I am that. That's what gets reflected. Let me word it like that. So if you're describing yourself, I am the version of self that feels abandoned, and I don't like him being around people because I believe he's an extrovert. Now this is saying I am the version of self that believes all of that creates resentment. So now I am the self that has resentment. I feel hurt. I feel worthless and unworthy. That is who I am. That is who I believe myself to be. That is my truth. So that is you using your I amness and defining it with all of those beliefs, all of those decisions, and deciding that is true for me. So therefore, that is the reality I want to experience because that is who I am. And the idea is to, if we're going to take pointers from the 3D, then the pointers that I think would be most helpful is if all the shit I don't like is exactly all the shit I'm going to stop identifying as. I'm not going to say he's an extrovert. I am not going to say that I am worthless and unworthy and I feel hurt because of his actions. That is not who I am. I am the me that understands that I am source, so therefore I am all there is. So therefore I lack nothing. Therefore nothing can be taken away from me. My worth cannot be taken away from me. My lovableness cannot be taken away from me. No one can make me feel anything that I don't agree with. No one can make us feel anything without our permission, ever, whether you're awake or not awake. I know it feels like it's his behaviors, and he's aware that these behaviors bother me. So therefore, he is making me feel this way. No one can make us feel anything. It's us agreeing. It's us saying, okay, yep, he checked the box. Therefore, I'm hurt. Because he keeps doing things that he knows upsets me. Therefore, he doesn't love me. That's who I am. Let's decide that you are fully aware that you are lacking nothing. Nothing can be taken from you. Love can't be taken from you. Your worth cannot be taken from you. You're everything. You're all there is. You are the totality of consciousness. Therefore, unconditional love. Unconditional. You are the self in a loving, fulfilling, committed relationship. That is who I am. See what I mean? No one can make you feel inferior without your consent, Eleanor Roosevelt. Mic drop, Eleanor Roosevelt. It's true.